Hello everybody and welcome to another toy review. Today's video is brought to you by the team over at Toy Trash. And in today's video we're taking a look at the latest offerings from Joy Toy. This is the Flying Cavalry Type B and the Hurricane Dual Mode Mecha Mystery model, both done in the 1/18th scale. Let's start off with our Flying Cavalry, shall we? As we already know kind of what he looks like. So we have the window box on the front, done with Velcro. And there we have him. Very similar head sculpt there to what they've done with their skeleton core. We get, as usual, the instruction piece telling you just how versatile the Joy Toy figures are. You can basically remove pretty much everything. These little guys are 3 3/4 inch. I absolutely adore the heavy armor on this chap. We'll take a closer look shortly, but we've got him there, we've got his blaster, we've got the helmet. We've got this lovely winged area, gorgeous paint applications on these. Never fail to impress. And then we have the alternative hands. And then we have his rifle as well. And here we have Captain Back Heavy out of his plastic prison. I've got his jetpack on there. I've got his helmet in hand, his rifle and his pistols mounted on the side of his leg. And the backpack is heavy. You can see he's teetering. He's teetering again. I don't want him to fall. There is peg holes on the bottom of his feet, so we can peg him in to a base plate if we have them. But he looks sensational. The paint applications on the Joy Toy figures have just got better and better and better. And this guy is absolutely no exception. I love his kind of crew cut hair there as well. He's got that scarf around his neck. And he just looks absolutely sensational. I mean, I'm all for the bigger figures with their big sculpts, but look, this is on a 3 3/4 inch figure. Eyes are slightly off, I guess. But my goodness me, look at the paint detailing on there. Love that hair, love the scarf. You've got a seam down the head. But that is sensational, isn't it? Absolutely adore that. I mean, I know I've got the helmet to place on, but it's just the human head. The human head is absolutely awesome. You can see how this works. We've got a ball socket and then we've got the neck joint. I'm going to remove the scarf. I think, yeah, I'll have the scarf off. You can keep that on, but I'll have it off for the purpose of this, because I think in reality that'd probably be some sort of balaclava or something just to have underneath his helmet, and he's got it rolled down in his kind of off-duty mode. But even the levels of detailing on the guns, look, they just never fail to amaze me. Backpack's a little loose. Would like that to kind of have secured a little bit better, but I just love how chunky these guys look with these big heavy legs. I believe Joy Toy have actually got the license now to do Warhammer, and this kind of armory around the legs, that really does kind of remind me very, very much of Warhammer. I think I'm drawn to the Joy Toy figures just because of how universal they are. The fact that you can chop and change everything on them. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Acid Rain stuff, and this is very, very similar, although they've gone in their own kind of direction with it, and that's a good thing. Now, we'll pop him to one side. We'll come back to you very shortly, and we will open this bad boy up, and we'll see what it looks like. Oh, 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 oh. What have we got here? Oh, this is fantastic. This looks like something that you would imagine seeing in kind of like District 9, something like that. It's one of those mech suits used by those dirty prawns. The prawns would come out in the mech suits and attack the humans. That was awful, wasn't it? Oh, and we've got some extra weaponry inside this rather hefty instruction manual. Basically, it's a build your own mech. We've got heavy artillery in here. We've got hands, saws. I'm going to get that built up and we're going to see what it looks like out of the box. And here he is out of that package. I just put one of his guns in both of his hands. He's got a grenade launcher sitting on his shoulder there, and obviously you can see that he's got these wheels intertwined within him, and the idea is we can chop and change some pieces out and he becomes kind of an ATV for the rest of our troops. I mean, there's stuff like this that I absolutely adore, but this really does remind me of stuff from like District 9, that sort of thing, or something similar to that. But really do like how this looks. He looks sensational. Again, paint apps on this guy are absolutely sublime. You can't fault them. He comes with kind of a winged section as well. He comes with multiple hands you can chop and change, and he also comes with a load of different weapons as well. So you could have 2, 3, 4 of these and not one of them would look exactly the same. I mean, they just look sensational, don't they? He does come with things like this lovely wing set. You can add some extra pieces on, become like a flight drone. Again though, the paint applications remain absolutely sublime. We get 2 of these kind of grenade launching weapons, and it's not just the big guys that can hold these weapons. These are fully compatible with our figures as well. And again, we get a second one of these guns. Everything's modular. Everything can kind of be pulled apart. Like I said, no 2 bots have to be the same. In terms of articulation, these things are packed as well. The head's kind of limited just due to the fact that it's shoved and encaged in here, so you can go up and down, but as the left and right motions are hindered by those heavy duty shoulder pads. If I just remove his hand from the grip, you know what, I'm just going to pop his hand off because that's the easiest way to get on and off the grips anyway. There. So the shoulders, everything is modular. I'll show you. Look, the shoulders are on butterfly joints. We can go up and down. We've got rotation here. We've got these wrist guards you can take on or off. We've got rotation in there. We've got rotation inside this wrist joint as well. There's upper rotation on the torso. We've got an abdominal crunch in there. Lots and lots going on here. Legs can come forwards and backwards. We can come out to the side. Bit of a squeaky joint there. Rotation, bends, double jointed bends actually, and pivots as well as rotation on these feet. Pretty much every joint on this thing is modular, so it can be taken apart and taken and moved. I don't know, it's just something about him kind of carrying his weaponry around with him. Big heavy duty bod, isn't he? And here we have it all kind of biked up. Looks almost very Lawmaster-ish, doesn't it? Let's move the handles up. I can attach his hand. I should already put a gripping hand on. And if we look, we've got some pegs on the inside. His legs are probably a little bit chunky for this, but you know, I actually really like how that looks. Again, you can have a couple of these, one in kind of bot mode and the other in these kind of bikes, almost like ATVs. Really funky looking piece. I'm going to have him kind of stood up with that. I think this is going to have kind of an autopilot on it. That's what I'm going to go for anyway. But there you go. See, just a little bit of chopping and changing. I mean, there's loads of different variations. The instructions have loads of different options on them. I'll let you have a little play and come up with your best variations. Let me know in the comments section below how you're going to display these. Do you already have this set or one similar? If so, what sort of variation do you go for? Do you chop and change? Do you have these weapons on? Do you have kind of the grenade launchers on? So many options. Let me know in the comments section below. Let's start a discussion thread, shall we? But really, I'm very impressed with what Joy Toy are doing. Put a link in the description below where this can be purchased, and until next time, from myself and the rest of the Collectables household, thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.